Hey guys, I know it's been so flippin' long since I actually posted a video on this channel, and I know I say that so much, but now I graduated from high school and it is now summertime, so now I will hopefully be able to film a lot more and stuff like that. So you guys can probably already tell by the title what this video is going to be about, and I'm finally getting around to my anxiety and panic attack video, because basically anytime I would try to film it, I would just have a ton of anxiety and I would just not be able to finish the video, or I would make it and not really like it, and I would just kind of explain a lot of things that was going on in my life before which caused anxiety and stuff like that, and it was just like getting on to like a 30-45 minute video, and I was just like, these people do not want to watch this long of a video. But since I did do my Draw My Life video, a lot of people kind of know my background a little bit, and so I feel like it will be a lot easier to film this video, because you guys kind of already know and kind of get a feeling of what I kind of was going through and stuff like that. And if you haven't watched my Draw My Life video, I'll have it linked down below, but also go check it out if you want to watch it, I guess. And I also just want to thank you guys so much for all of your really kind comments. I really appreciate it. I didn't even think I would get all that support from you guys. I just love you guys. You guys are so nice, and I'm just always going to continue making videos. Don't think just because I haven't posted for a long time I'm quitting, because I'm not. I guess with all that said, I will get started with my anxiety video. So basically, anxiety and panic attacks run on my dad's side of the family. I actually got diagnosed with depression and panic attack disorder and anxiety while I was kind of at the end of my sophomore year of high school, but I've had it my whole life. I just basically, starting in kindergarten, I would always have panic attacks, whether it was reading or like having to speak out loud. I would always just get sick to my stomach and run down to the nurse's office, and I would always feel sick, but I would never have a fever. I would never have a cold or anything. Basically, my teachers would be like, what the heck is wrong with this kid? She's going down to the office like every 2 seconds, and anytime my mom would come, I would just feel better and get all happy again. So everyone was like, what is her deal? Like, she's lying. And it was also hard for like a young kid to like explain what was going on, because like when you're little, or when I was little, we didn't learn about like anxiety or panic attacks or depression. We didn't learn about any of that. Since I was having all these panic attacks, I started to actually train my brain to just constantly think negative. And my brain got so confused because I would always think negative and always think that people were judging me, and just everyone, I just always thought that everyone thought I was so stupid because I had learning disorders, and it just kind of made my brain go crazy, and I started to have something that's called spontaneous panic attacks, where usual panic attacks last for about like 5 minutes at the longest, I think. And I was getting so confused because by the end of my sophomore year, I was getting a panic attack every 2 seconds. Like, I would always just randomly have panic attacks, and I had no idea what was going on because I was always feeling sick to my stomach, and I still, till this day, always feel sick to my stomach no matter what. So if you guys see me on like Twitter saying, why am I sick again? Why am I this? Like, I feel sick to my stomach. Why am I always sick? It's because of my spontaneous panic attacks. And it's just really annoying. And on top of all of these spontaneous panic attacks and the depression and the anxiety, I also started to generate social anxiety. So basically what social anxiety is, it's pretty much just self-shame. So basically, like while I'm, like anytime I would read, I would always have a panic attack because I always thought that people thought I sounded like a 4-year-old because I'm not good at reading, and that people were gonna laugh at me because, well, they actually did laugh at me because I really suck at reading because I'm dyslexic. And so I would just always constantly think, even before I would start reading, I would always just have panic attacks because I would just feel like someone was gonna call on me to read, and then I was just gonna stop breathing and die, and that's just not a good feeling. And on top of the kids that are already like laughing at me, it was just so annoying. So I started to get social anxiety, what I said. Well, I've always kind of had a little bit of my social anxiety, but my social anxiety got to the point where I couldn't even look people in the eye. I would always just kind of look down or just kind of look straight ahead and never look people in the eye because I just was so afraid that they were gonna like look at me funny. So basically, I was teaching my mind to always think that people were just thinking terrible about me, whether it was like my outfits. Like when I was on cheer, my high school cheer team, my coach actually called me fat, and she said that I was so out of shape and that she couldn't believe I was even on competitive cheer because I was such a terrible conditioner. Like I couldn't condition right, so she called me fat. So and I never thought that I was fat before, and I just freaked out, and I would never leave my house without wearing pants. Even if it was 90 degrees outside, I would not go outside without wearing pants on, because I didn't want someone to tell me that my legs were jiggling, and because people started calling me thunder thighs. And so I would just always think that no matter what, everyone just thought I had thunder thighs. So basically my social anxiety just got to the point where I was so afraid to even see anyone that I started avoiding school. I would skip school because I didn't want to read. I didn't want to talk in front of the class, and it was just so bad. And so with all of that, on top of that, I was getting having troubles with my teachers. I was just getting so stressed out that I had really bad depression and just wanted to never see anyone ever again. And that's kind of how I went to online school, because I just needed to take a break from all of the people that were so mean. And even if they weren't mean, I thought they were mean because I thought they just thought I was this hideous person. No matter, just if one person said it, I thought everyone thought it. So that's kind of how I got to doing online school. And at first I loved online school. I loved that I didn't have any teachers that I had to deal with. I just had to email them, and if I needed any help, and I just needed to talk on the phone with my advisor once a week. And I didn't have any students that thought I was this stupid person because I couldn't read, or I would get an answer wrong, because I was just kind of doing it on my computer alone, and I had no problems. Basically, I did online school just to kind of take a break from public school. My plan was not to stick with online school all throughout high school. I just wanted to do it for the end of junior year just to give myself a break. But I got so used to that, and it felt just so safe to me, that when I actually went back to my school the first day of senior year, I was so overwhelmed because I was oh my god, I can't do this again. These people are gonna think I'm so dumb. My schedule was also messed up, so I ended up walking out of my school after I got my schedule and just felt like I was gonna die. I was sweating, even though it was 30 degrees outside. It was freezing. And so I ended up walking all the way to the end of the street, having my mom pick me up, and she was yelling at me because she couldn't find where I was, because I was so stressed I couldn't even think. And I ended up walking really, really far, and then my mom picked me up, and I just ended up sticking with online school again. And basically I just started avoiding everything. I wouldn't go to the mall, I wouldn't go to the grocery store, I wouldn't do anything. And it's just kind of taken over my life, and I miss out on so many things. And this past few months, I just started getting even more depressed, because even though my grades were so much better and I had no stress with my schoolwork, I was still missing out on being social with people. I missed not having any friends, because I literally lost contact with all my friends because I stopped doing competitive cheer, so I lost all those people. A lot of the people, when I left school, they didn't even realize that I was gone, and a lot of the friends that I thought I had never even contacted me once, and I would try to reach out to them to hang out, and they just kind of blew me off or just kind of ignored me. And so I just kind of thought that I had no friends. I ended up missing out on a lot of the things that I've thought I would do when I was little, that I looked forward to. I missed out on senior prom, I missed out on my senior graduation, and I was just I got to the point where I was just missing out on all these things. And it doesn't help having Facebook, where you see all these people that you used to talk to going to parties and just hanging out, taking pictures, going on each other's boats, even though I don't have a boat. But just I kind of just missed hanging out with everyone, and just lost contact with a lot of people. And right now I'm just I don't want to miss out on any more things. I want to start talking to people again. I need to start just saying yes to things, because a lot of the times when I was going through all this, my friends that I was still kind of friends with, or the people that I still kind of kept in touch with would ask me like, hey, do you want to go to this party? I would just be like, no, I can't, my mom won't let me, because like I was afraid to go to parties with like people drinking, because I don't really drink. And like I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, will these people at the party think I'm stupid because I don't drink? Like, I have nothing against people drinking, and I'm not gonna say that I'll never drink ever, because I probably will, but I just haven't drank yet. And I don't know, like I have nothing against it, but I just didn't want to, like, I would always just freak out that I would go to like a party and there would be people drinking or doing other things, and I'd just be like, they would think I was like an idiot because I was not doing those things. So I would just like always freak out, and I'd just be like, no, I don't know these people, I don't want more people to think I'm dumb. And so then I kind of also lost contact with those people, and they just wouldn't invite me to things because they knew that I was going to be a wimp and say no. So basically I feel like I missed out on so much in high school that I could have done, like, I don't even know, like senior prom. And I just kind of missed out on everything else the rest of high school. I literally sat in this room staring at a ceiling for like 3 years, and I felt like I was in house arrest, honestly. I felt like I couldn't go anywhere. I felt like there was like this cop in my brain telling me that I was in trouble and that I would like die if I left the house. So now that I've graduated and I'm now not a senior, and supposedly I'm a freshman in college now, I don't want to miss out on anything else, and I'm trying to teach myself to start saying yes to things. And who knows, I also kind of didn't even apply to any colleges because I was just going to do online college, but I just literally decided like a month ago that I did want to go to college because I didn't want to miss out on more social things and missing out on making all your college friends. And like my mom still talks to like her college friends, and I don't want to like miss out and just wait for someone to come knocking on my door and say, hey, let's hang out, because in reality that's just not going to happen. So I did end up applying to college late, and I still don't even know if I got in because I did do late admissions. But even if I don't get in this year, I'm definitely going to go to a college, whether it's in Washington or California. I'm definitely going to go into a college next year because I don't want to sit around and doing online school and just totally waste my whole entire life not doing anything. I decided that I was going to kind of take you guys on my journey of saying yes to things and just kind of going out there and having fun experiences, whether it's like, maybe I'll even do vlogs of some things. I'm not telling you guys that I'm going to be able to do this right away and end up even going to college right away, because anxiety takes a long time to kind of like push yourself and get out there, and I'm slowly starting to learn. I have been seeing counselors for a few years now, and it does really help. And now I'm doing a counselor that actually is helping me train and kind of like taking slow steps into kind of saying yes, so I don't miss out on so many more experiences and stuff like that, and it's just not fun. So if you guys do, let me know down below, like in the comments, if you guys want me to do videos basically talking or even showing you guys different experiences that I do, and just kind of talk to you and let you guys and update you guys, because maybe this will help you guys and just kind of inspire you guys to say yes to more things, because it's really not fun. And I literally get so miserable just sitting in my room looking at people's Facebook pictures, having all this fun, and just wishing that I was there, because honestly I freaking hate sitting on this bed 24/7 not having any friends. It's not a good way to live, and I don't want to get to the point where I'm like 60 years old still sitting on this bed, because when you're 60, that's when you start like wanting to look back at memories and being like, oh, I had so much fun, remember the time that I did that, remember that. And then when I'm 60, I'll just be like, geez, I wish I could do that, because now I can't do that things because I'm like crippled and not able to do those things. So that's just not what I want to do. Basically, I just kind of wanted to make this video just to kind of tell you guys a little bit about how I was just avoiding so many things, and that I'm making a video right now telling you that I'm going to start saying yes to more things, and I'm going to start living my life and not avoiding so many things, because it's just a terrible thing. So yeah, Danny is going to start saying yes to more things and being more social and just making a ton of friends, and I'm not going to be afraid of things anymore, because being afraid of life is just not a good way to live, and it's just really pathetic that your brother is making fun of you for being a loser sitting in your bed. My brother's lame. I also did want to say that I think I've mentioned this in a video before, but I will be at VidCon, so if you guys are going to be at VidCon, make sure to find me, because I'll be running around at VidCon wanting to meet you guys. So yeah, that's about it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DaniOfficial with 2 L's, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!